everyone. In this video, we will cover the current affairs. I am Nuzhat Sana. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. You can attend the quizzes on this app for better practice, and after that you can also read the detailed explanation of the questions you have missed. For regular updates, please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. Also, our latest initiative is UPSC Prelims Test Series for 2021 and 2022 in GK Today Academy app. So if you are appearing in UPSC Prelims, you may consider joining this. So now, without wasting any further time, let's get started. So today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 23rd and 24th May 2021. Starting with very first question, the principal rainy season for the Indian subcontinent, June to September, is referred to as which season? So basically, what is the particular name that has been given to this time period? It is Southwest Monsoon. Recently, IMD, that is Indian Meteorological Department, it has announced that Southwest Monsoon has arrived over Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So this is a clear indication that it will reach the mainland very soon. Can you tell me the headquarters of IMD? Where does it lie? Do let me know in the comments. And also there are two cyclones which are very much in news. First one is Cyclone Taukte. So it has been declared as the strongest cyclone in the west coast in last 2 decades. And second one is Cyclone Yas. This cyclone may hit our eastern coast on May 26. This is predicted. So please remember that Cyclone Taukte hit our western and southern states, while Cyclone Yas is likely to hit our eastern states of Odisha and West Bengal. Okay, now a question arises and you have to tell me this. The term Taukte and the term Yas, it has been given by which country? I request you guys to please participate in the comments and send me back the answers as much as you can. Question number 2. Which state leads in sweet potato production across India? So which state has taken a lead in sweet potato production? It is none other than Odisha. Recently what happened there is a group of farmers have successfully grown a special variety of potato, that is purple sweet potato. Actually this crop is a winter crop which is harvested in September and March, but their farmers have grown this particular crop in summers. So this is a magic, and according to CTCRI, that is Central Tuber Crops Research Institute, they have said that purple sweet potato has very high anthocyanin. What is anthocyanin? Actually it is a type of pigment that gives red, purple and blue colors to the plants, just like chlorophyll which gives green color to the plant. So this sweet potato crop has a high content of anthocyanin in it, and in every 100 grams of this crop, anthocyanin content is nearly 90 milligrams. Can you tell me India's first agricultural export facilitation center has been set up at which state? So it is Pune. And what was the basic motto of this center? So there are farmers who want to export their product to the foreign countries as well. So this center will help those farmers to produce and export with other countries very easily. Fine. Question number 3. What is the quantum of surplus that the RBI transferred to the central government for the period ended March 31? So RBI has transferred how much amount to the central government? It is 99,122 crore rupees. So this much amount is for 9 months, and this is higher than what the government itself had budgeted for, because the finance minister earmarked a transfer of 53,511 crore rupees. Basically this figure is extremely important. It can be asked in your exam. Few days back RBI was in news because it is to conduct its first SLTRO. What does it mean? Special long term repo operation, and it is for small finance banks. Also RBI was in news because it has set up a committee to assist RRA 2.0. What is this? Regulatory Review Authority, and it will be headed by S. Janaki Raman. Can you tell me who is this personality? And also RBI Governor is Shaktikant Das. One thing important here is you have to tell me that Shaktikant Das comes at which number in the list of RBI governors. Okay, so do let me know in the comments. Question number 4. Which institution has developed a semi-quantitative electrochemical ELISA test for COVID-19? First of all, what do you understand by the term ELISA? Enzyme linked immunosorbent assays. So researchers at Bangalore based Indian Institute of Science, that is IISc, they have developed a new COVID-19 antibody test machine. And this semi-quantitative electrochemical ELISA test for COVID-19, it can determine levels of COVID-induced IgM and IgG antibodies. So this is a significant step of IISc. Fine. Can you tell me ELISA test is related to which other disease? Do let me know. Question number 5. Mahatma Jyotiba Phule Jan Arogya Yojana is run by which Indian state? So this Yojana belongs to which state? It is from Maharashtra, and earlier this used to be called as Rajiv Gandhi Jeevan Dayi Arogya Yojana. Then after a few years the name got changed and it converted into Mahatma Jyotiba Phule Jan Arogya Yojana. So we have seen that Maharashtra state has been witnessing a huge increase in cases of black fungus. We have earlier talked about this disease. This is widely reported in COVID-19 patients or in the patients who have been recovered from COVID-19. So the state is set to include its treatment in this Jan Arogya Yojana. Few days back we have studied about another thing, that on May 17, Union government has released 5,968 crore rupees to implement your Jal Jeevan Yojana. Fine. Madhya Pradesh was in news because in this state there is Satpura Tiger Reserve that has been included in your UNESCO's World Heritage Site, and UNESCO's headquarters is in Paris. Question number 6. Which institution has launched the world's first satellite-based global coral reef bleaching monitoring system? It is a research initiative developed by various state universities like Arizona State University, then University of Queensland, then there is National Geographical Society. They have collectively done a research on coral reefs, and finally it has been led by Asner Labs to map and monitor the world's coral reefs using satellite and field programs. Okay, so under this, the world's first satellite-based monitoring system has been released. The system will provide a comprehensive picture of changes to coral reefs over time. As we know that coral reefs have been destroying these days due to our changing environment, and this is the reason why this particular step has to be taken. And the institution which has done this is Allen Coral Atlas. So the basic idea behind this purpose is, through satellite we will find out the places where coral reefs are destroying, and then we will take certain steps to preserve them. Okay. Question number 7. What is the theme for World Bee Day 2021? First of all, this day is celebrated on 20th of May by UN. And what is the aim? The focus is to raise awareness among the people on the role played by the pollinator. Okay. This year the theme was Be Engaged, Build Back Better for Bees. So days and themes are very relevant for your exam, and in each paper you will find one question regarding this. So you have to note down all important days with its theme. Quickly let's revise few of them. World AIDS Day is celebrated on 1st of December. World AIDS Vaccine Day is celebrated on 18th of May. World Cancer Day is celebrated on 4th Feb. Then National Sports Day is celebrated on 29th of August. Now one question for you, can you tell me when is the National Doctors Day celebrated? Also, can you tell me the revolution with which honey is associated? Means like there are different type of revolutions like green revolution, white revolution, round revolution. So with which revolution honey is associated to? Do let me know in the comments. Question number 8. Where is the 2021 G7 Health Ministers meeting scheduled to be held? So this meeting will take place on June 3rd and June 4th. At where? At Oxford University. The aim of this type of meeting is to bring the world leaders on a common platform so that they can agree on life-saving actions. And in this meeting, it is expected that issues like global health security, clinical trials of vaccines, etc. can be discussed. As we know that world is facing a crucial time these days, and the most important topic right now is how to be healthy and safe. So these are the topics which can be discussed in this meeting, and it would be held in Oxford University. India has been invited in this meeting as a guest, and hence India will join this event virtually. Can you tell me who is the present Health Minister of India? And here IIT Madras was in news few days back because Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has inaugurated here the first 3D printed house, if you remember. So in your exams it may be asked that first 3D printed house has been developed at which place. And special thing about this house is it is built in just 5 days using indigenous 3D printing technology. What is NUS? National University of Singapore. Question number 9. Which ship of the Indian Navy has been decommissioned after 41 years into service? After giving 41 years of its service into Indian Navy, which ship has recently decommissioned? Correct answer is INS Rajput. It has been built in 1980 and commissioned into Indian Navy on May 4, 1980. Okay, and it was built by erstwhile USSR, and the decommissioning event is to be held in Visakhapatnam Naval Dockyard. Recently Indian Navy was in news. Why? Because Indian and French navies, they have conducted a naval exercise called as Varun, and where? At Arabian Sea. So please remember, Varun is a naval exercise between India and France. Can you tell me, Malabar is a trilateral exercise between which 3 countries? Can you name them? Coming to last question, what is the new infection diagnosed in India which is caused due to low immunity and is more adverse than black fungus? In the previous lecture we have discussed about black fungus, and now which another infection has now arisen in India. So it is basically white fungus. It is caused due to low immunity, or if people comes in contact with bodies containing this type of fungus. Okay, the affected patients are diagnosed COVID negative. They do not seem to be COVID positive, but still this fungal infection can be detected in their bodies only by a CT scan, and it affects basically your lungs, nails, stomach, kidney, etc. And this is 4 times more powerful and dangerous than black fungus. One question for you, can you tell me the scientific term we use for black fungus or the infection caused by it? So how is this infection different from that one? Actually in black fungus, the patient seemed to be suffered from COVID-19. Means the symptoms are similar to the COVID-19. But in white fungus, you will find there is a lot of headache, then toothache, then you can feel facial pain and swelling in your eyes. So if any of these symptoms comes, then you might be suffered from white fungus. So please stay at home and keep yourself safe from all of these. Now let's start with today's quiz. These are the questions from past 2-3 days current affairs, and I hope you will answer all of them. At the end you will have to comment me how much you have scored in all these 5. Okay, let's start with first question. Which country has proposed global minimum corporate tax rate of 15%? So this is minimum corporate tax rate till now at international level, and which country has put this, you have to tell me. Okay, then second question, 14443, that is 14443, is a toll-free number recently operationalized nationwide for which objective? So this is a toll-free number, and for what purpose it has been created, what is the objective, and with what thing it is related to, you have to tell that. Third is, as per the recent RBI notification, all prepaid payment instruments, that is PPIs, or wallets fully KYC complaint be made interoperable by. So it would be done by which time? Then fourth is, India has cut export subsidies of which good by 31.4% to 4,000 rupees a ton. So recently there has been decrease in export subsidy of a particular type of crop, after which India has decided to set its price to 4,000 rupees a ton. Which crop is that, you have to tell me. And the last question is, India has renewed its Memorandum of Understanding on military cooperation with which country? Don't forget to tell me how much you have scored in all these 5. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and tomorrow we'll meet again with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned, and if you find the content useful, please give a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nusrat Sana signing off.